Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Tuesday, July 28th, 2026, Aries. It's okay to be wrong, Aries. If you know you've made a mistake, feel free to admit it. Don't let your ego stand in the way of progress. Others won't want to deal with you if you insist that what you're doing is right all the time when perhaps it isn't. Your mind may be a bit more fragile on a day like this, so try to be more sensitive and receptive than usual. Taurus. Be careful about being too critical today, Taurus. You're likely to turn people away if you aren't careful with how you express yourself. This is a good time to listen and receive as opposed to deliver information. Let things chew in your head for a while before you make any major decisions. You're likely to find a great balance in the situation if you slow down and back off a bit. Gemini. Your mental ability could be rather sluggish and lazy today. It could be that you aren't feeling as sharp as you'd like, Gemini. This is most likely a sign that you simply need to slow down and relax. Don't feel as if you always need to deliver the keynote address. Be more of an audience member today and take advice from the other people up on stage. Cancer. One of the important lessons of the day for you is to remember that emotions are powerful things to recognize and honor, Cancer. Don't discount your feelings. In fact, it's most important that you embrace them with your whole being. Once you relax and settle into your true emotions, you'll find that your mind clears and you can make conscious, rational decisions about whatever issues come your way. Leo. Someone may be calling you on certain behaviors today, Leo. It could be that your aggressive nature rubs someone the wrong way and they simply don't have the thick enough skin to take it. You may not even be aware of how your warlike attitude affects those around you. This is a good day to see things from someone else's perspective in order to gain a bit more data on the situation. Virgo. Your mind is thinking quite clearly today, Virgo. You'll discover that you have a keen ability to tune into the subtle energies that are moving through your life right now. The good news is that your ego and brain are working together, and you may be able to strike a better balance between these two elements of your psyche much more easily than usual. Libra. Your receptivity to new ideas is stronger than usual today, Libra. Listen to what people say and remember that you can learn from every person you meet. There's a lesson in every situation. Remember to keep your brain exercised, just like any other parts of your body. To keep it working properly, you must make sure you give it to the daily stimulus that it requires. Scorpio. Your mental clarity is outstanding today, Scorpio. You'll find that your pattern of thinking reflects exactly who you are at the core of your being. The moment you walk out of the door this morning, you'll find that your brain wants to process everything. This action will give you greater assuredness and insight, making this a terrific day to stand up and speak your mind. Sagittarius. Tune into the thoughts of others, Sagittarius. Focusing only on yourself means you're missing the beauty and wisdom that come from other people. Respect their opinions the way you want them to respect yours. Your ego might get in the way of your brain until you embrace the lesson of sensitivity that it's trying to teach you. Take a back seat and let someone else do the talking. Capricorn. You'll find that your brain is extra sharp today and you have a greater sense of clarity regarding your purpose in life. It could be that your nurturing instinct is high and your general self-esteem depends on how useful you can be to the people around you. It may seem as if you're everyone's parent or watchful older sibling. Give people the advice they need to grow and be wiser. Aquarius. Many people conduct their lives without really making conscious decisions about their actions. People walk around like they're asleep. Don't fall into this trap, Aquarius. This is a good day to dust off your thinking cap and take action. Don't let others make decisions for you. Take control of your destiny. To maintain the balance today, it's important that you swing toward the sensitive side of things. Pisces. Your thinking is clear today and you'll find that it's right in sync with who you are, Pisces. Find your strength in conversations in which you display your keen insight into the situation at hand. Your detective-like nature is especially active and others will find it hard to pull the wool over your eyes now. Stay tuned into what's going on around you. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Tuesday, 28th July 2026. Do have yourself an amazing day.
Good morning, DBS family. Oh my goodness, today is Tuesday. It's a beautiful Tuesday. Yes, if you didn't wake up with some vibes, I'm here to give you some. Wake up, shit, wake up, wake up. Time to go. Let's go. We have things to do. All right. Welcome to DBS this morning. Of course, I'm your guy, Vision, here once again. Marine is a little under the weather, so if you can go onto Instagram at Marine Alexander, just send us some love. Okay. Ask her to get well soon, okay? You know the season was pretty hectic for all of us here. Nonetheless, we have a jam-packed show today. Very informative, some good interviews with some good people. But you know the drill, we gotta check in with the news to see what's going on in the country. So take it versus DBS this morning.
Good morning. Time now for the news. My name is Timothy Paulion. Despite mounting pressure on the global oil market, St. Lucian motorists are getting a temporary break. Fuel prices will remain unchanged at the next price review, but the government's decision to shield consumers from rising costs has already come up with a hefty price tag, nearly $45 million in lost revenue since April.
The breakdown of that loss is $39.2 million lost in fuel, excise tax on fuel and gas, an increase in subsidies for cooking gas of $5.7 million. Between the 1st of April and now, we've subsidized cooking gas by $5.7 million, and we've excise tax on gasoline of $39.2 million. So our revenue projections are down by $44.9 million.
Prime Minister Pierre emphasizes that the situation on the international oil market is not good news for the island. He adds that even if the price goes up or down internationally, there is a big effect that prevents those prices from being reflected immediately at the local level. We continue the broadcast with news that emergency crews across St. Lucia were kept busy over the weekend, responding to 3 separate motor vehicle collisions that left several people injured and 1 man dead. The first incident occurred on Friday afternoon in Dennery, where 4 vehicles were involved in a crash at Tomazo. Fire officers arrived to find that 2 vehicles traveling in opposite directions had collided and struck 2 parked cars. 6 patients were assessed at the scene. 4 declined further care, while 2 others complaining of body pain were taken to hospital. Then on Sunday morning, just after 8, crews rushed to Oponche in Ansare, where a vehicle had veered off the roadway and plunged over a precipice. 2 individuals, an adult male driver and a female passenger, were found outside the vehicle. The man was unresponsive with no vital signs, and blood was seen coming from his ears, nose, and mouth. The female suffered deformities to both upper and lower extremities. Both were transported for advanced care. Later that afternoon, along the Soufresh Hotel Road near Sugar Beach Resort, a van veered off and overturned onto its roof. All 6 occupants, including a 20-month-old infant, had exited the vehicle. 2 adults sustained more significant injuries, including eye and chest pain, while the others had minor bruises. Everyone was taken to hospital. Investigations into all 3 incidents are ongoing. And a Sunday morning drive ended in tragedy in Astore after a vehicle plunged over a precipice, claiming the life of a 32-year-old Castries man. On Monday, grieving family members visited the scene at Oponche to lay flowers and pay tribute to their loved one.
The Saturday night, my son and I was out for about 1 o'clock. He stood there with talking, tell me that they are going to fray. I tell him, well, be careful. I took the orange car, I packed it in. I thought it is Jeep he was going with. Then he came back and took the orange car and left. The morning he called, he wasn't getting in, but he called my wife and told my wife to tell me that the key for the critter is on the dresser. So I tell my wife I'm not going anywhere, but my wife went down and took it, and after a couple of minutes, that's what I get,
The incident left another occupant of the vehicle hospitalized. Finally from us, growing concerns over road safety have prompted action in both issues. Residents met with officials from the Ministry of Infrastructure to voice their frustration over the rising number of traffic collisions in the community and to work together on practical solutions to make the area safer for motorists and pedestrians alike.
Over the past 2 months, we've had incidents where on 2 separate occasions, vehicles have entered into this fence and into the yard of the resident. And also in the Wasco sewage plant right there, we've had 2 weeks ago a vehicle entering, well, a week ago, a vehicle entering in there. And also just after Colamy Red activity, a vehicle actually left the Beausejour main road and went into a container parked in the yard of the Darren Sammy cricket ground.
Deputy Chief Engineer Len Leon was among the team from the Ministry of Infrastructure who met with the residents on Monday. During the visit, he confirmed that appropriate traffic calming measures will be implemented for the safety of residents and those who come to the Darren Sammy cricket ground. That's the news. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Join us this afternoon at noon for our next news major, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polio. Good morning.
Thank you so much, News Desk, for keeping us informed. Of course, stick around. This is DBS This Morning. We'll be right back. Of course, welcome back, DBS family. Now, you know, St. Lucia, we're becoming more or less, I can safe to say, the mecca of events in the Caribbean. We have from jazz to carnival to just everywhere you turn, whether it be in a hotel, whether it be at your own home, okay? Everywhere there is a vibe going on. But there's one instrumental set of people who are so integral when it comes to making sure everything is on point. We're talking stage management, all right? Right now on this segment, okay? And we chime in with the CDF because, you know, they're always doing something when it comes to the culture and development of St. Lucia, right within the Orange economy. And they hosted a workshop when it came to advanced training within the area of stage management. We talked to Tracy, Dolcy, and a few other members. Let's see what they have to say about that. Now, you know, whenever this face is on our camera, you know something is going on at the CDF. And who better to tell us about whatever is going on at the CDF than Miss Tracy Dolcy herself. Good morning, Tracy. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm not sure that it's I'm the best person, but I'll try to fit in the big shoes that you just gave me.
You got this. You got this. I have faith in you. All right. Today we're talking about advanced stage management, correct?
Yes, we are.
A critical area when it comes to the Orange economy in St. Lucia.
Very critical, very critical. I mean, ultimately, you cannot have the stages set, being said, without a proper stage management crew. So ultimately, we have seen that there's a growth in all the events we're having. From the time you hear Carnival, it's a whole set of events. As soon as Carnival ends, it's another whole set of events for emancipation, and they keep on rolling in.
And this one, that one, it just keeps going, yeah?
You just said Junior Creole and I got hungry, but even there you need a stage manager as well. And the stage management crew, sometimes people just think of them as the stage hand, the muscles.
Yeah.
But it's more than that. A stage manager can make or break an event. And we at the Cultural Development Foundation, because our role is to, at the end of the day, ensure our artists and creatives are competent and they have their best foot forward. We are all about preserving our arts and culture. We came together and we said, let us have a second part to our stage management workshop. Some people were not able to do it in May, and May was fabulous. And others who did it in May were like, I need a second part. So we brought it back again as part of our preparation for emancipation, because we'll be having a lot of activities for emancipation as well. We brought it back in.
All right. So when it comes to activities like this, training like this, why is it crucial? I mean, you did say a bit here, but why is it really that crucial? Because some people may think, well, stage management, okay, I'll in order. They say you go on that time, you go on that time, you come out there, you put that chair there, and that's just about it.
No, because when you put in together a production, it is not a one-day event. It is not a one-hit wonder. The audience satisfaction, return, sponsorship, everything is dependent on how good a package you produce. Who brings the package and the vision together is that stage management crew. From the lighting, the sound, the props, whether somebody slip and fall on the stage, you're being sued, liability, all kind of things, your stage manager is responsible for that. So in our training today, what we're trying to focus on is the nitty-gritty. Where does your role start? Where does it end? How can you enhance your craft? Because we know there are guys doing great jobs out there, but as they say, you're only as good as your last production. So it's always good to refine and retool and sharpen your axes so you can go out into battle and build our economy, which is going on quite strong these days down here, the creative sector.
Now, in saying that, because we are seeing, should I even say, an influx of events every year, it just keeps coming more and more and more. I'm not just talking carnival either, we're talking across the board. With that being said, do you think we have enough persons within stage management?
No, no. In fact, the entertainment field in itself, we need more people. I saw one crew which was working, they were doing production, film.
Right.
And you could see they're like, hey, I just saw you at that event. Yeah, but we hired for this one too. But their quality is so good, you cannot not hire them.
Right.
But they're burning out.
Right.
If we're not careful, you know what they say about burning the candle on both ends. Stage management, sometimes we see some of the same people over and over.
Right.
And it's not that we're saying let's take the person bread away. You know, we're not about taking people bread away. But we want to ensure that there's a group that can come in, sufficient people in the pool, that when it comes time that whoever is doing it always gives their A game.
Right.
Because if you're only doing stuff over and over, after a while it can become a little bit, monotonous and stuff.
And I believe with the inclusion of more persons, obviously, it allows for more expansion. So either way, it won't be taken from anyone.
No, it won't. It won't.
Because the industry can only grow up to a certain point.
Oh, yes.
So we need to increase that threshold at the
We
end of the day.
certainly need to increase the threshold.
So I'm guessing that's a call to anyone out there who's thinking or wondering, hey, should I maybe? Yes, do it.
And not just, let me tell you, right now, I have heard where, for instance, for some of our events, we have to bring in sound engineers. We have to bring in lights people, and it's while we are an all-embracing society. You want to ensure that there are people on the ground that if we get that, let's say, Super Bowl to come to St. Lucia by some big thing, that we have the people on the ground who are not just willing but are capable to handle it and to keep people coming back.
Right.
Because ultimately we've seen, for instance, with some of the carnival bands that are now bringing in influencers and stuff, what an event can do for our tourism product, for our image, for the whole promotion of our culture and our nation in general.
Right. And that's why training exercises like these are so important at the end of the day.
Certainly.
Just keep sharpening that iron over and over and over.
Oh, yes.
Of course, we commend you, CDF, for keep doing that at the end of the day. It's very important, and we thank you for that as well.
Send us an email, send us a call, tell us other areas even that you are interested in us actually providing training on, because the whole thing about us is we're trying to be proactive, responsive to the needs of all our constituents, which includes you viewing right now. And I just want to thank DBS for always coming to support our initiatives, and we're looking forward to just continue to promote the arts along with your support.
Of course, always our pleasure at the end of the day. Thank you so much for taking time with us as well this morning.
Thank you.
I'm not going to pull any more from your busy schedule. Right now they're on lunch, so when they finish it, their lunch day is ready to go again and grind the gears. All right.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Of course, we'll be keeping in touch. So anything else, CDF? Okay.
Oh yes, certainly.
And where can anybody stay in the know with you guys when it comes to social media stuff like that?
Well, you can log on to our social media pages. Facebook, we have our Cultural Development Foundation page on Facebook, Instagram, and traditional emails and telephone calls still work, or just a drop in, because we have an open door policy. All are welcome. I
recommend a drop in there. They have very good energy inside of there. All right, thank you so much. And of course, stick around. It's DBS This Morning. We'll be right back. Of course, welcome back, DBS family. Again, stage management, very vital. I will continue the discussions with regards to that. Okay, let's see what others have to say about this workshop. DBS family, good morning once again. Now, today is a very special day. Something big is happening. Some of you may not think so, but I'm telling you it's very crucial, because we're talking about something that may be underlooked a bit in St. Lucia, right? When it comes to events, we all love a good time, we all love a good event, whether it be a fete, whether it be a concert, no matter what it may be. But there is one element that we always forget about: stage management, okay? And that goes from pre-production to production to post-production, all right? CDF is here today, and they're having a training workshop to facilitate persons to just bring the conversation together, so how we can better and improve stage management in St. Lucia, okay? We're joined here by Miss Stewart, who is a facilitator at the event today. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
How's the energy on the inside? How's it going so far?
Listen, the discussion is heated. It's beautiful. We're making good headway in terms of breaking norms and trying to make new pathways in stage management, because we've all learned something for a long time, and sometimes what we've learned for that long time may not be fully correct.
Right.
But there's always space for learning something new.
Right. So generally, how would you view the scope of stage management in St. Lucia currently?
Well, St. Lucia has a really vibrant creative industry. We have seen that there are so many different avenues for persons to be able to express themselves creatively. And in order to express yourself creatively, there are persons who work behind the scenes. There are the technical persons who are doing all of the things to make sure that your product can be seen with the best light. And that is where stage management helps to bring all of those spokes and cogs together to make the show as good as it can be, to show your talents as good as it can be. So creative industries work hand in hand with the technical industries to bring out all that we have to offer. And St. Lucia has a wealth of creative talent.
I would say we're slowly, if not already, becoming the mecca of events in St. Lucia. We can put it that way, because I mean, from the production on the level of the Jazz and Arts Festival, Carnival, it's coming up soon, Creole Day. Everywhere you turn, it's something happening in St. Lucia, and we do put on some stellar events, I must say. Right? Just chiming in a bit as to the conversation, I'm hearing a lot of things when it comes to the understanding from a stage manager perspective. It's not just about running the show, ensuring this person is here, props are here, and so on. There are a lot of technical aspects as well, with regards to things like maybe sound, things like lighting, and so on. What would you say about that?
So a stage manager generally has overall oversight over the technical arms of any production. They generally call the show, meaning that they would cue sound, they would cue lights to do certain things that are scripted, or to help to facilitate bringing the show or the vision to life. So whereas in times gone by we have seen where stage managers have been misunderstood, their role has been misunderstood as, you know, just kind of being an usher for persons to get onto and off of the stage. It's really to coordinate the activities of all of the technical teams under the roof of the theater or inside the space. Yeah.
I'm going to ask though, do you think that it's an area that is, how would I put it, do we have enough stage managers in St. Lucia in the country, or do you think we're at a okay level? Should we have more? Should we have less? What do you think about that?
There's always room for more persons who, you know, who are very good with stage management. There's always room for improvement in the field. I mean, I can't do this forever, and we have to have some kind of change management in place. So there's always spaces where we can have stage managers. You know, there's always places that we never think of having a stage manager. A lot of fields that we have persons doing the role of a stage manager but not being called as such. You know, the hotel industry is one. There are certain places like, you know, senior care facilities, they have events that we never thought of may need a stage manager, or there's a person playing that role. So it may be that we need to highlight persons or guide persons to those industries that we're just not thinking about. And it may also be that we need some more theater practitioners. We always need some more theater practitioners who are well versed in what a stage manager should be.
Because I myself, I'm a theater baby. I did theater in secondary school, so I know about, I've been doing stage management myself, so I know about it, and I feel like majority of persons involved now, most if not all, came from that kind of background, whether it be theater arts or theatrical or something to do with dance or some artistic form. You know, it's never someone thinking outside like, okay, can I do this? Should I embark upon this? You know?
Exactly.
So maybe we should put a call towards, or maybe do some more sensitizing as well, like you said, when it comes to these areas. Finally, you know, how crucial are these kind of training workshops and so on, and the sensitization overall, you know, when it comes to these fields?
It's always helpful to learn. even for the persons who are in today's workshop, which is the advanced workshop, for persons who are in the field, just learning a little bit more, tweaking knowledge a little bit more. I think it's crucial always for education. To me, education is the key, and this is just a step in doing that. I hope that it continues to grow, and then I won't be, you know, a facilitator. I might just be in the audience just looking on.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm hopeful.
All right. Well, Mr. I'm not going to keep you back any longer. There is no stuff else going on the inside. Okay. Thank you for being here with us.
No problem.
Reaching out to anybody looking to do stage management, please embark upon it. And this is DBS Morning. Stick around. We'll be right back. Now, very good. Stayed very informed. Learned about stage management. I hope one of you out there, you're sitting there at home, you're watching, you're walking on the streets, you're on a bus heading to work, wherever you are, and you watch this, you feel inspired. Take on stage management. There's an area for everyone with regards to that. All right. But that's enough chit chat. You relax a bit. It's time to get a little busy. All right. And who else will have us get busy than, what should I like to call him? The torture master. BweelzFit Lifestyle is up next. Let's get moving, all right? Let's go.
Even in the comfort of our home, we're going to sit down on the tire, while fellow Solutions sit down on the couch.
True.
And we're going to do some legs right there.
Okay.
And the main part of the legs is the calves. So we're going to chisel the calves today. So come with Mr. Henry and Bweels to get the chiseling done. Come with us. Good morning. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to sit up straight, put our legs body width. Now, sometimes we tell us about the body width. The person small like a mosquito and they put in the legs wide like that.
Right.
No, that's sumo. Yeah. Body width.
Right.
All right? Bring it close into you. Again, chest out, core in. And we're going to do some calf raises. All right? Let's go. Squeeze. 1. Don't let your heels touch the ground. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent. 12 calf raises. Feet properly angled. Chest out, core in. You're hitting your core at the same time. Chest out, hitting your back. So again, despite all these other body parts are being worked, the main target is the calves. All right, second set, you ready?
Ready.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel in the stretch. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent. Exercise 1 for calves. Again, a lot of people don't know that different positioning, it's in different parts of the specific muscle group. So we're going to go wide in the sumo